So what I was going to say, it's not even my preaching. It's not the preaching. I mean, it's good for salvation and so forth for people to hear, but it's not by our might or our power. It's by His Spirit. And so when the Spirit of God comes over your preaching, when the Spirit of God comes over your witness or your testifying, it's the Spirit of God that does the work in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And so I've seen some of the difficulties and the issues where I've gone through that if I'll just extend a helping hand to where most people have turned around and maybe distanced, like homeless people or whatever. I can't tell you how many homeless people are believers. And their soundness, they've lost their soundness of mind just because of the pit that they've put themselves in through continued sin, where they've lost it and so forth. But yesterday I'm sitting here and the fire of God was so on me. No boasting or bragging, but man, I mean, there was just the presence of God was just incredibly intense. And some people had been coming around. One of the homeless guys that was here, he didn't have a sound mind, and so I just kind of gently kept asking him a question or two to let him speak so I could hear where he's at, maybe that I could help him somewhere in some way. And I this is the second time that I've heard this watch and happen. This is the second time I've watched homeless people sound mind return back to them.
Hallelujah.
By the presence of God. It wasn't anything that I was doing.
By the presence
it was
of
just
God.
by letting the presence of God do His work.